you very well too.
I can imagine.
Right?
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Rick's late today.
I don't think they're afraid of stuff either.
Very much, but it's-
I will get out there. That I promise you. I just came off 19 days in a row at work.
Captain, I'm not gonna send you this one yet because it's not much.
I'm just gonna say this, our.
But we got Rick.
all into it.
If you put it out there, they're gonna say, that's all you can lay in today?
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna do that, but.
those walls don't look thick enough.
Oh, okay.
It'll be something. It's muted because we're live now, so I can test it. Well, I muted it. I muted it because I need to test the camera. So why didn't you get like you down there going?
Okay. Believe it or not, it's like 10:50.
I believe it. I'm glad.
Crew had to move out of lanes, like, make sure there weren't any guys there. Okay. Well, and then when I get that free one, I remember I sent an email about the free one. I'll probably share that with the board or something at that time. Because they're gonna give us a banner, but that one's not being sponsored by Walker Toyota. That way we know it's free. Like, it shows an email that we're our first one in the country. But also, it's kind of cool.
Did Walker go down too?
No, that was their enforcement, like the guy that runs that. Because I worked at an event for 15 years,
Really?
and he knew that I was here now, and I saw him at that event back in January, and and that obviously happened right after the Bengals player. He said, "Hey, let me ask you something." I think I'll start this program where I go out and find sponsors to pay for an AED for future. Would your school be interested?
Was that-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did it right away,
And then
and,
you have
and
ours.
everything went on there. Thank you, because it was
No, it's
we were vertical, and then I was horizontal.
Yeah, so if you'll put that on the website, then if we send anything out, we have another graphic.
Connor?
Yeah,
I was gonna
I didn't know
write
that.
that tonight, but I just have that one page.
I did not know that.
Jimmy has,
well, because today I was like, oh,
I
I
did
should
not know
try
that.
to formulate the whole
Huh.
artwork in my brain for the whole project moving forward, and I was like, I wasn't quite ready to do that today, but I think that's okay. I think I've got a color palette, and so.
I mean, you can Google
Yeah.
portrait of a graduate.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Yeah, that would be good. What?
Yeah.
And I think some of the ideas will just,
We couldn't know what the plan was to have.
come up through conversations
Well,
and like.
usually we have one of them. You go,
You know.
Well, and I'm not doing content, so you guys are all doing content.
Right,
I'm
but
just
I,
doing-
you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
keep hearing path,
Yeah, on the track.
you know what I mean, like,
Here's
maybe
a
the
lot.
graphics gonna
And I would love to.
or, you know what I'm saying, so I think
Yeah.
some things will just naturally come
Because
up,
they gotta be trained on.
and if not,
So like cross country.
Yeah.
we're just gonna pick something that we like.
The cross country has one.
how many do you have here now?
Or
I have
we
some-
may,
Well,
at
then
the
we'll have
second
five
meeting,
total.
like, pull up some examples.
Five brand new ones.
Here's some examples.
Five grand.
That fits our community.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not bringing any samples. Like I have ideas already. I have picked out ones that I really like. I'm not going to bring those to the meeting, so I don't want to influence anyone. Right. So we'll just,
Right. And then that fourth meeting is to be determined depending
Just from
on
now.
how much time we feel like we need to get all the graphics and the writing cleaned up and everything.
That's scary.
So,
Well, then you get that
and I
figure.
need to talk to Joe, do you feel
You'll
like
have, there's a, you
stipend, or do you think just like hourly or?
we can talk about it. I don't know that the portrait is going to be a lot. I mean, other than the meeting, which I'll just put an overtime for.
Okay,
I'll get that, and then the strategic plan, if you want it to be more involved than it is
Oh, yeah.
So as
now,
opposed
the
to
current
having
one is just
to come
Google
all the way to
Slides.
the building division, we'll have one
it's
up
gonna
there.
be,
And track about
We'll
it.
have some
okay,
graphs and,
yeah.
you know, infographics and stuff like that for it,
All
so.
right, well, just,
How does that look,
I'll
Greg?
just kind of let you know.
Because I can get some done during my day, but it's not a skill that I was hired for, so that's the other thing. So,
Right, but if you can do it during the day,
Mhm.
and just communications.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like I did all that this morning, she sent it to me and I just laid it out, I just did it in Canva. So,
We were trying to have, I know our employees thought we had $2.
$16.
$16.
I think it's like combined 6 per pound.
How are you?
But it doesn't. That's never been somewhere.
Unless you're having on the second Saturday.
This money.
We have 3 events or just?
Saturday, already.
Christmas storm. Just go through a snowstorm. The sun came out.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, see the sun. Yeah, it's released something, yeah. Pretty good blizzard, and the next thing you know, it's, I have to.
I'm sure.
Okay, well, can't get any better. Yeah.
Like what I wanted,
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if that was actually, it was like for me. Or is that just like?
No, yeah, so it's
Well, that's totally fine, I just don't want to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk.
yeah. Yeah, I can.
Yep, Tuesday. Wednesday.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking. In my daughter's.
Maybe.
Hey, good point. Yeah.
We're assuming.
Yeah, they,
I'll let you know.
most people have them commitments the night before Easter. Yeah, they can make arrangements like, I know there's somebody who's having their Easter celebration with their family a week early, so they did it a week early for them.
You will do Thursday.
They're asking for it, and then they can keep it and stuff there. That might happen, we don't know.
I have before.
no one ever uses the gavel. It's very disappointing.
You lose.
Need it.
I don't think we're gonna be an unruly bunch here today.
Well, think about it.
No, yeah. I don't know, I mean, that was the, you know, that was just.
saving
We can go
time.
from the first game.
I love it.
To another one. It's like, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, that's very much interesting. I wasn't.
What do they say?
Zero fine.
Yeah. They're very-
Well, no, I don't know. Yeah.
She's smart. She can.
I don't I'll take a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Thank
Okay, I guess you're ready at 6 o'clock? Oh, yeah. 2, 3. Never call, never say anything. We have still got a minute yet. Okay, it's 6. You're good. You sure?
Welcome to the Valley View Board of Education meeting. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is a time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in agenda item 3. If there are participants who wish to speak, there are forms in the back. Fill those out, bring them up to me. So far, I have none. So, okay, now you can call the roll.
Mr. DeBrey. Sizer. Here. Mr. Rudd. Mr. Skidmore.
Here.
Dr. Smith.
Here. Okay, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Article 3, we're going to do a quick change around here. We're actually going to move item B, Valley View Performing Arts Committee update. We're going to do that first in front of Article A. To be Article 3A.
Marcy just pulled.
Yeah, she texted me and said, or called me and said that she's running a little bit late, so she was thinking Nicole could go first, maybe.
So we want to do it like we have it on.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It looks like on here,
We'll
yeah.
go back to how the agenda is printed. Okay,
Right.
we're going to go ahead with Article 3, Section A, District Strategic Plan. And work for the rest.
Yeah. All right, so to save time, I already passed out the paper I'm just going to be talking about here. So we had some information go out about a few projects recently, and I just wanted to clarify, make sure everybody understood what we had going on in the district. So the first thing is our district branding project. I think it's a little bit confusing for some people. The way I think about branding for our district is a slogan. We just want to build those connections between our students, our parents, our community. And we have an opportunity to send out a survey to the whole community to get some feedback, just to help us determine what are unique qualities that make Valley View special and use that to our advantage. Some of the questions on the survey, I think there were 5 questions, are questions like what makes Valley View special to you, or what comes to mind when you think of a Spartan. And we will, once we collect all that information, we'll use that to, just to determine what, like I said, what unique qualities the community, what comes to mind when they think about Valley View and Spartans in our district. And then we'll create a slogan with Jostens and use that to create a digital design that we can post throughout the school, throughout the community, on signage, posted in the schools, and also on Spartan gear. So once again, it's just something to kind of get the community involved and bring us together. Our district is going to go through some significant changes in the next few years. So now is really our time to refine our shared vision as we come together under one roof. I kind of like that slogan, one roof, one community, one school, one community, I don't know. But we've got a couple things that we are going to be working on this spring and into next fall as we prepare to come together as one building. Portrait of the Graduate and our strategic plan. So Portrait of the Graduate, we're going to have some stakeholder meetings this spring and really kind of talk about what are our needs, what are our hopes, our aspirations, our dreams as a community for students. So what do we want them to know and be able to do while they are here in our schools? And what do we want them to know and be able to do as they leave and go into the real world? And that will create a collective picture that will define and articulate those things. And then we're going to consider that our North Star when we update our strategic plan. So we created our first strategic plan 5 years ago. Best practice says that we update the strategic plan every 5 years. Our student, staff, community, and the world is not the same as it was 5 years ago. So this is a great time. We should be doing it anyway. And we're getting ready, again, to have some major changes in our district. We've got some things that, opportunities and things that we didn't have 5 years ago. Some of those things that were on our strategic plan that we were so very concerned about are no longer necessarily issues, so we can move on to other things. So we'll use the Portrait of the Graduate, our existing pillars and action steps of our current strategic plan to really just identify our major initiatives and lay out that 5-year plan. So when I look at it, where do we want to be as a district in 5 years? And then how do we get there? So what action steps are we going to take and monitor every year to get to that point? Are there any questions about those initiatives?
You know, just real quick, do we, with Jostens, when they create all these digital designs and things like that, do we get the rights to those, or will we pay? Like, will Jostens going to produce the signage and all of that stuff? Does that come through?
That is a good question. I will have to ask Mr. McKee because he's kind of heading this up. I will find that out. Awesome. Dr. Smith, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just curious how many people have returned the survey so far?
That is another question. I'll get that answer from Mr. McKee, and I'll get that.
Approximately 75.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
sorry, approximately 75 so far.
And the ways that we're reaching out to the community is through Parent Square?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Parent Square, the website, Facebook, other social media, and also it's in the Germantown Press.
And we actually have computers set up at each of our building offices that we're promoting that the community members can come in anytime between office hours and they can have help to fill that survey out if they would like it. Thank you.
All right, Article 3, Section B, Valley View Performing Arts Committee update.
That's me. Sorry, I just came from the Minesburg Art Gallery's Valley View's night at the Art Gallery, so I've been
head right back in just a minute, but I had to do this for Dawn because she happens to be on vacation because she's retired and she gets to do things like that. So, thank you, board members and Superintendent Schaller, for allowing us to update you on our progress. This month, we met Brandy McFall from the Oakwood Foundation. She was part of the Oakwood Flourish Committee. This committee privately funded an $8.8 million performing arts center at Oakwood Junior and Senior High School. The project privately funded the renovation of the 114-year-old Far Hills Avenue building's art area for a new visual art center that includes new classrooms and an open art gallery to showcase and celebrate student, alumni, and community art. She provided us advice and perspectives from their experience. She also gave suggestions and recommendations that will be of great assistance as we continue making strides. Our first funding campaign will be to finance a feasibility study. This study will provide the foundation of our campaign. It will tell us if this community and other contributors outside of our community are first supportive of this project and secondly, willing to provide the funding. Once this feasibility study is complete, we will have the groundwork for our future steps. We believe that this community is supportive of our mission and have hope that funding will be possible. We'll be meeting with John Cruz of Cruz Associates in the near future. We're taking steps towards our first steps to fund the feasibility campaign. Thank you as always for your support in this endeavor. We are proud to make this happen for students.
Thank you. Okay. Article 3C, public participation. I have no one has turned in papers, so I guess there's no public participation. Moving on to Article 4, approval of the minutes, regular board meeting of February 13th, 2023, and special board meeting of February 23rd, 2023, as in attachment number 1.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Yes. Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Okay, Article 5, building project update. Eric?
So we have lots of footers in the ground now. With every footer that they put in, they go ahead and put in a vertical steel rod to put the blocks over to give us structural support later. But if you go out there now, you can see all these vertical rods just sticking up everywhere. And if you know the layout on the map, you can actually decipher where our show gym is going to be, where our cafeteria is, the entire elementary wing. The high school's not starting to lay out yet, and the junior high is not either, but all the common spaces and all of the elementary, that is. And then today we got our first blocks laid. It's pretty exciting stuff. It's not a lot of blocks, but we do have blocks in the ground and ordered in place permanent. So looking forward to going vertical here early April, hopefully. We'll start seeing it from the time.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, Article 6, financial reports and requests. Article 6, Section A, recommend the board approve the financial statements for the month ending February 28, 2023, as in attachment 2.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Yes. Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Okay. Section B, recommend the board approve the updated certificate of estimated resources. Board copies were enclosed. Any motion?
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Article C, recommend the board approve the updated appropriation certificate. Board copies were enclosed.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Section D, recommend the board approve the resolution accepting the tax year 2023 amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission. Board copies were enclosed.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. And item E, recommend the board approve the transfer of $5,484,744.11 from Fund 070 Construction Project to Fund 001 General Fund.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Yes. Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Okay, Article 7, new business, Section A, personnel. 1, approve personnel action as recommended in attachment 3.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Section B, recommend the board approve a halftime music teaching position at the high school.
So moved.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Isaac?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. And section C, recommend the board approve the changes to the junior high and high school athletic handbook, board copies enclosed.
So moved.
Second.
Valerie, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Isaac?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes. Okay. Section 8, superintendent comments.
I'd like to comment, I'd like to congratulate several of our students. Jameson Cook, this is the second year he made it to the state swim meet. And, like, you did an excellent job there. We had two wrestlers, Evan Wilcox and Zoran Brady, who wrestled last weekend in Columbus. Our band and choir qualified for state competition, which will be held April 21st and the 22nd. I'd like to congratulate the students on a great performance on the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And then this Saturday, the boys tennis team is having all the pancakes you can eat at Alleyway Cafe, starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. And so I want to thank all those students for a great job and
What's that, Carson?
Thank you to the Performing Arts Committee for coming out. It's always nice to hear the updates. As we approach the fourth quarter, I know that workload gets a lot more, maybe not a lot more heavy, but the weather starts getting warm and some people start getting tired of doing it. So I just want to say congratulations to everyone that's still putting in the effort and still getting that grind to get good grades and keep their grades up. Yeah.
Valerie? And
Joe took all of my thunder. Yes, congratulations to the band. And thank you for everybody. We kicked off the budgeting process today, so it'll be an exciting 2 weeks.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Barnett. Welcome to the coaching staff and with the women's soccer team. Looking forward to seeing you do some great things with that program. And yeah, I think we have some great things going on. Some kids that are doing some really fantastic things. And the band, I know, performed extremely well. And our kids that are going to state. So just looking forward, like Eric said, to seeing things go vertical. It's very exciting. And no, I think it's just we have a lot to be excited about. So thank you.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all of the Valley View staff. I know from experience this last part of winter, things can start to kind of drag down a little bit, but spring break's coming soon. You're doing great things with our students. And before you know it, we'll be talking about prom and graduation.
And I very much enjoyed the musical. It was fabulous. The props were amazing. The students really did a great job. I really enjoyed going to it and look forward to great things happening in the future. And also the band. I was really surprised when I went to the band concert to find out that the high school students were mentoring the kids in the intermediate and in junior high as well. I thought that was a really neat concept, and I would love to see that somehow be presented for our student achievement at Capitol Conference. I think that's a unique way that we're mentoring up those younger students and trying to really keep that band really viable all the way through high school. Because as Carson says, you start getting, lots of other polls coming your way. As the older you get, you have a lot more things vying for your attention. And so having students who can find that balance so they can also stay in the band. I know I was able to do both all through high school, but it can be a challenge. Also want to recognize that Spencer Iser got an award this last week at the Southwest Spring Conference for her training. So we'll recognize her. She put in, I think, 300 hours over a period of 3 years with school board specific training.
And so congratulations, Spencer. Joe and I were there to support her, and I'm really proud of her. She represented us well. And then also want to thank Kevin for all of the work he's doing, Digger, sorry. Kevin for things. Anyways, I was luckily enough to had the opportunity to meet with him, and he had pulled together all of the preschool, Head Start, YMCA, St. Anthony's preschool, as well as the Valley View preschool representatives. And it was really nice to get a chance to meet all of you guys. And I know I have a vested interest as a student achievement liaison to see how we're growing our little Spartans, our future Spartans, and what can we do to help support them before they ever even come through our doors for the first time. And I think we have some great ideas, and I won't be able to make it to all the meetings, but I'm going to certainly try my best to be a support, and looking forward to that. So, all righty. Adjournment, Valerie, can you call the roll?
Any motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Iser?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes.
Good job, Dr.
Did I beat
I
it?
want to thank everybody for coming.
Congratulations.